Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Damien. This is going to be lesson number 16, it's right in front of my face, of Beginner's Java. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about just sort of exporting your files and how to sort of run them outside of intelliJ. This one actually came in as a request to me on Reddit, so it's pretty quick. It shouldn't be very hard, but let's just say that this is a guessing game. So we'll say int secret equals 15. So what happens is when you run a program in Java, you have the option to either pass it in arguments, which come in as strings, or you can run it and let it sort of do what it wants on the command line. So I'll kind of show you both of those. So we're going to make an imaginary guessing game where our hidden number is 15, and we're going to say system.out.println guess a number between 1 and 100. Then we'll just make a quick do while loop. Say do while. I guess the while will be guess is not equal to secret, and we'll do guess equals 0. Okay, cool. So we'll start like this, and we'll just say I guess we need to make a scanner object. Input equals new scanner dot in. All right, cool. So we asked them to input number, which is great, and we'll assume that our user isn't an asshole and that they'll just put in a number actually between 1 and 100 and not a negative number or characters. We went over how to do that kind of validation earlier. I don't want to do it again. I mean, if you were ever doing this to send it to a professor or, make, something commercial, you'd want to do it. But honestly, for the sake of this lesson, it's a bit out of scope. Okay. Our first step will be input.next int, and that's going to be assigned to guess. And then we'll just say if guess is less than secret, our number is too low, try again. Then if guess is greater than secret, we'll just copy paste this and change low to high. Then once it's out here, you have guessed the secret number. It was... Okay, cool. So if we run this, we know that the number is 15. I'll just throw in a couple of bad numbers to make sure that our logic's working. It should be. I throw in 10, it's too low. I throw in 17, too high. I throw in 15, it works, and we exit. Cool. So the way to run this outside of the outside of intelliJ is like this. So we can go to build. And there's a button here that says build artifacts, and it's not currently shaded in. So what you do is you go to, I want to say it's settings, it might be project structure. Yeah, settings isn't it, it's project structure. And under project structure, there's this thing here that says artifacts, and you click the plus, you click jar, and you can do from modules with dependencies. We don't actually have any, but that's fine. So on main class, you'll hit the little folder, and you'll select whatever the name of your main class is, and you'll do extract to the target jar, and then just leave this exactly as it is. Don't mess with it, and hit OK. And once you do that, just hit OK again. In the event that we get any weird class path issues, that might be something that comes up and something that happens. But if we go to build artifacts, build, see down here, it's building, it said finished. Then I just open up a quick commander window, throw in ls-l, cd lesson 16. Okay, cool. So there's a folder here called out. That's where the output goes. So cd out, cd artifacts, and then cd lesson16.jar. And in here, there's a file called lesson16.jar. Now, in the event that a host has Java installed on it, which most of them do, you can run a jar by just saying java-jar lesson16.jar. So now I guess a number between 1 and 100. I know that the number is 16 or 15, and there it is. So that's how you run something from the command line. Now, in the event that you wanted to take something in from the command line, so let's say I wanted to do something a little bit different and say, let's say that there's 2 secret numbers, right? And I wanted to try to guess the second secret number. The best way to do this, because I don't want to have to go and rewrite this whole thing. Oh, actually, sure. Here we go. So inside this args variable, we're able to see anything that comes in from the command line. And so after we've learned about strings, we know that this args means that this is an array of arguments, and the arguments are of type string. So we can tell, we can tell this to do whatever we want with it. So let's say we can do if args 0, because that's the first position in an array, dot equals, and we'll do equals ignore case, and we'll say alternate, something like that, and we'll say secret equals 25. Cool, right? Or let's just say v2, because I don't want to type in a bunch of crap. And that'll just change it to 25 rather than 15. So we're going to go to build artifacts. I like to do a clean, and so all a clean actually does, if we do an ls, all it does is it deletes this file for us, but we don't have to go spelunking through the output directory in Windows Explorer to go find it. So now I do another ls, and I can see the file back there. And if I do this, and then I just put v2 after lesson16.jar, we'll now try 15, which was our number earlier, and you'll see now 25 is our new number, because we were able to pass in this v2 variable, and that appears inside of args 0, which was brought in through our main function as a method argument. So I'm going to leave it here. I don't think that there's too much more to cover here, but it is a little bit clunky to do if it's your first time. So that being said, one thing that's worth noting is you're able to actually double-click run a lot of these. So if you go to like idea projects, lesson out, artifacts. You can double click it, and in some cases it will run. But in this case, you'll notice it didn't bring up a command line window. And the reason why is, it doesn't necessarily know that it's supposed to run the command prompt. So you do have to execute command line stuff from a DOS prompt, or in my case, Commander, which is a little more Unix-like in Windows. But if this were to run like a Swing application or something with the UI, it would come up exactly the way you think it does. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. This was lesson 16. See ya.